Hello. Hello, everyone. Okay, I guess we are live. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess we are live now. So, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another another Python live coding session, guys. I hope you all are doing amazing and ready to level up your problem solving skills today. So, we are continuing our series of top 100 Python loop interview questions, where we are solving real interview level problems step by step and building strong logic using loops. Yes, in the last live session, guys, we solved questions up to question number 81. And today we are going to start from question number 82 onwards. So now, as you know, we are very close to completing this series. So make sure you stay focused and don't miss these final sessions. And how today's session will work? It's same. Okay. For every question, we will follow a simple but powerful process. Step one, I'll write the problem statement on the screen. I'll explain you the problem. Okay. Or I'll write the problem. Okay. Step two, I'll give you a few seconds to think about the logic. Okay. So don't rush. Try to solve it yourself. Okay. Try to build the logic. Try to just do brute force. Okay. Solutions. Just that. You have to understand the problem first of all. Then you can also type your approach in the live chat if you want. If you have already solved it, if you already know the problem, okay, that's very nice. You can share it in the chat. I go through chats, okay. And step three, then we will write the Python code together. Okay, so and I'll explain the logic step by step so you clearly understand the solution. Okay, now the goal is very simple. We are not going to just do coding, okay, but thinking like a programmer. That will do, and we'll learn together. And one more important announcement, guys, okay, for everyone who has been following this series regularly, once we complete all 100 Python loop interview questions, okay, so in the final live session, I'm not sure if this is going to be our final live session or we are going to take one more live session, okay, because now we are at the end and the questions are interview level questions, actually interview level question. It uh, means little complex questions, okay, so it might take time to explain or to understand the problems, okay, so it can be the live session, okay, if the time permits. So whenever we'll have our final live session, I'll share the complete Jupyter notebook file, okay, containing all the questions and the solution. Okay, the file which you can see in the same file, we have all the 81 questions. Now from today onwards, we'll start with the 82 problem, okay. So, and yes, one more thing, it will be completely free. So don't worry, you will have a good asset with you for practicing for your interviews, for your programming rounds, for your coding rounds. Okay. So make sure you don't miss the upcoming sessions because that notebook will be shared at the end of the series. Okay. And one more small request before starting directly jumping to the live is that if you know someone who is learning Python or struggling with loops and logic building, okay, so make sure you share these live sessions with them, okay? It might really help them improve their logic building, improve their loops, improve their programming, okay? So, all right, everyone, let's get set, okay? Let's start with our problem for today's session. Okay, so the first problem, which is the problem number 82 for today's session, that is going to be, Problem number 82, that will be to find the largest rectangle in histogram. Okay. Now let me mention the rectangles list, what you are going to take. 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, and 3. Okay, here you go. Now, what do you have to do, guys? Okay. The question says largest rectangle in histogram. Okay. Now, what is a histogram? It is a type of plot. Okay. Now, you are given your heights of bars in a histogram, as you can see it over here. Okay, guys, do let me know if my voice is clear. Okay. If you are not getting any disturbance. Okay. So do let me know in the chat. Yeah, with that said, so our problem is to find the largest rectangle in the histogram, and I have already given you uh the heights. Okay, actually this is the heights. So I have already given you the heights of the bars in a histogram. So this is going to be each bar. Okay, and each bar is having a width of 1. Okay, let's say 1 be any unit. Okay, consider 1 to be an unit, and consider these bars heights also be some unit. Okay, now 1 is the width for each bar. Now what is your task? Your task is to find the maximum rectangular area that can be formed. Okay, so your task is to find the maximum rectangular area that can be formed here. Understood? Or let me just write it. The task will be, okay, so your task is to find the maximum rectangular area that can be formed. Okay, create a function and take the heights as a parameter. Okay, so now take few seconds. I'm giving you a few seconds. Okay, and okay, no problem. I'll come close to the mic. Okay. Uh, yes, Karthik 3471. Please let me know if my voice is uh, if it is clearly audible. Okay, if it is louder. Okay, so please let me know. Okay, I hope my voice is now clear. Okay, guys, please let me know in the chat. Okay, Karthik, can you tell me again if it's louder or not? Okay, with that, I mentioned you the question, guys. Okay, you have the heights with you. Okay, you have few seconds. Try it. Think upon the problem, how you're going to solve it, what approach you can follow. Okay, that's good. Okay. Karthik says yes. Okay, that's very nice. Thanks for the reply. Okay. So I guess I've given you enough time. Okay. So now you can move forward. Yeah. So guys, uh, those who have started coding, started writing the codes, good. Okay. You can match with my answer if it will be correct. Okay. And now let me start writing the codes. Okay. So first of all, I have the heights already. So what logic we are going to apply? What we can do, we can use two loops here. Okay. So then our time complexity will be uh, n square. So we don't want that. So now we are going to use a stack. Okay. We will use a stack to just track the increasing heights. Okay. And our idea will be that when the height will decrease, at that time we are going to calculate the area. And then we are going to find the maximum area from the current area and from the maximum area. Whatever the will be the maximum, we are going to put that value in our stack and we are going to return the maximum area. This is what we are going to try it. So let's do that. So first of all, let's just start by creating our function. So what we're going to do, def largest rectangle. Let's give it a parameter heights. Then we'll create a stack. So this stack stores the indices of the bars. Okay, now not the values and indices of the bars. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll create one more variable to store the maximum value. Okay, now this max area is going to keep the track of the maximum rectangle area. Okay, so each time we are going to calculate the area, we are going to put it in the max area, and then later on we will be updating it again and again. So that is our means that is what we are going to do. Then okay, we have created the stack, we have created the maximum area. Now let's start the loop. So for I in range, okay, now you can see the full code. Okay, I feel yeah. Now, now we'll start the loop. So this loop will be for I in range and it will go till length, will go till the whole total heights. Okay. And we want to empty the stack. That's why we'll make sure that it will go till +1 because we have not mentioned where to start from. So by default, it's the range will going to start from 0. Okay. So we want that our loop should go till n+1 so that to force the processing of the remaining stack elements. Okay. Now let's move forward. And now we'll start a while loop. Okay. So what we'll say, while stack and if I equals to length of heights or heights I, heights stack minus one, close it. Yeah. So we have taken a condition, guys. Okay. We just were trying to say that if the stack, if the current bar is smaller than, okay, is smaller. So do what? Okay. So we found a boundary. So then we can calculate our area for the previous bars. Okay. Now let's go ahead and calculate our height. So for calculating the height, we're just simply going to write heights equals to heights stack dot pop. So we'll pop the last element. So that will give us the height from our stack. Then for finding the width, what we'll do, we will say that I, if not, if not in stack, okay, if not stack, so then else I minus stack, okay. And in order to track, so if the stack will be empty, it means the width is full, okay. Else the width will be the distance between the boundaries, okay. So for that we need one more value minus one, okay, minus one. This is fine. So this will calculate the width. So this means that if the stack is empty, so it means the width is full. Else, if stack is not empty, okay, so what will be the width? Which will be the distance between the boundaries? Simple. Okay. Now, then what we are going to do? Then we have to update the max area also. So let's do what? Let's compare between max area, okay, the previous heights and the current height and width. Out of these two, which one will be the greater? That will be automatically assigned to max area. Okay. Now we'll come out of the while loop. Okay. And inside the for loop, what we'll do? Stack dot append I. So what will be the current element will be? We are going to append that height. Okay. I will be what? I will be the heights. So we are going to append the height in our stack. Okay. So in the first go, uh, now coming out of the for loop, we will just simply return the max area. Okay. And let's call the function. So what we can do, we have the heights already created. So print, you can store it in some variable also. It's not that you will directly use print, but I am using it. You can use the different approach too. So the total means the area of the highest rectangle is 10. So height will be 5 and width will be 2 automatically. Okay. So the largest rectangle formed is using bars is which one? 5 and 6. Okay. Now, if you want, because here we are returning the function, you can store it in some variable, then call the function and then print that variable. Okay, you can do that also. Otherwise, directly use the print and just see your output that if it matches or not. So the output for this particular rectangle heights will be histograms bars heights will be 10. If you are using this input, if you are using some different heights, some different values, so it could be something different. Okay. So this is how problem number 82, where largest rectangle in histogram. Okay, how to find the largest rectangle in a histogram? So this is one of the questions which can be asked, okay, in your interview. Now let's move to the next problem. That is problem number 83. Okay, that is going to be for uh let me just write it over here. I have to do markdown. Yeah, to find out the maximum product of the subarray. Maximum product of the subarray. So problem number 83, maximum product of the subarray. Okay. Now I'll provide you the array. Okay. So this problem is very simple, guys. What you have to do, you have to find the subarray whose product is going to be the maximum. Simple. Okay. So create a function and find the maximum subarray whose product is going to be the maximum. Okay. You have to do that only. Simple as that. Okay. So now I feel that I have given you enough time. Okay. So now let's start with now those who have started coding, complete it and then match with my answer. And you have to return the product. Okay. Means the total product. One more thing. Uh, those who are not getting anything, okay, and not understanding, or maybe it could happen that you're not, means you have half the way and then you're stuck. So now please follow me and match that till now you are correct or not. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to find the maximum product, okay, with the sub array. Okay, so we have to find the sub array with the maximum product and we have to give the maximum product. Okay. So now uh as you can see in our array, there is a negative number also. Okay. So we need to track both maximum and the minimum value. Okay. So we'll do that. So let's create a function first of all. So def max product as nums, which could be an array. Then we'll say max product, and then we have to track both max, minimum, and the result. Okay. So we'll do what? Initially, we will initialize max product equals to the first element of our array. And we'll do the same for the minimum. We'll do same for the results. Okay. So initially we have assigned maximum product, minimum product, and the result. All the first element of the array. Then we'll start the loop. For I in range, for I in range starts from 1, go till length of nums. Okay. And then first of all, what we'll do, we'll give a condition. Okay. That, because as we can see in our array, there could be the possibly, means there is a negative number, but possibly there will be negative number too. So then for that the kind of problems, what we are going to do, we will say that if nums of I is less than 0, so we just directly swap between the maximum product and the minimum product. Okay. So for that, we'll write the code. Okay. The swap code, that is very simple. Just write AB equals to BA. Simple as that. So max product, comma, min product equals to min product and max product. Simple as that. So here what will happen, if you'll get any negative number, okay, so it will flip the sign. Okay, so just swap them. Simple. Then we come out of the condition. And now again, we have to find the maximum product and the minimum product. So for the maximum, we'll use the max function and we'll simply say nums of I. Okay, if nums of I and the max product into the nums of I, if the product of the current max product, okay, the previous max product and the current number, if the product of them is max, so then that will be put in the max product. Otherwise, if the nums of I, if that is the maximum value, so that will be put in the maximum product. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. And same thing we'll do it for the minimum product. But here we are going to use a min function. Okay. If nums of I, if it is greater than the minimum product, if it is minimum than the minimum product and the nums of I, so then put that in the minimum. Okay. So we will be successfully finding. Then result in the result also, we have to update the result too. So again, we'll use the max. If the initial result is greater, so that will be the maximum product. Otherwise, the max product which we have calculated now, okay, if that is greater, so then that will be print. Okay. Then come out of the loop. We'll just return our result. Let's call the function print max product. Print max product with our array. Let's see the output. Okay, where it is not okay. Okay, so where is the problem belongs here. My bad. Names are different. It should be Max Pro. I have written the full name. Now, the output is 6, guys. Okay. So, yeah, 6 will be the output. Yeah, it is correct. So this is the output. Okay. With this, let's move to the next problem. That is, uh, next problem. Let me write it. The next problem is, okay, let's rotate matrix 90 degree. Okay. So, guys, our problem would be that we will have a matrix. Okay, any matrix, any two-dimensional matrix. Okay, a matrix is two-dimension. So we will have a matrix with us, and what our job is, okay, from the question you can say, okay, question number 84. From the question only, we have to rotate the matrix 90 degree. Okay, so clockwise, 90 degree clockwise, without using extra space. So this is our problem, that we will having a matrix and we have to rotate the matrix clockwise 90 degree without using any extra space. Okay, so then how we will do that? So that's going to be a problem. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, think upon that. Okay, and then okay, guys, if you want any matrix, okay, let me just first I would say that you can write your problem. Okay. Or if you want a matrix, then you can take any random matrix. But okay, let me not give you any random matrix. So do what? I'll give you the matrix. So your matrix is 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. So this is going to be your matrix. And you have to rotate this matrix clockwise 90 degree. Okay. So do it. So this is going to be your matrix. And then write your code. Okay, guys, try it. Okay. that's going to be very easy. You should know the technique, okay? You should know the technique, and then it will be easy for you. If you know the technique, then it will be easy for you. You don't have to go to just directly think like that you have to do 90-degree, okay? Okay, guys. Now those who have started coding, it's good. Okay, match the output. Okay, after I'll code. Now let me just start writing the code. See, first of all, what we have to do, okay? See, whenever it will be asked you to just do 90-degree, rotate 90-degree clockwise, okay, a matrix. So you have to just know this thing. So let me write the function. So first of all, guys, you have to know that whenever you will be asked to just rotate your matrix 90-degree clockwise, so what you have to do, first of all, you need to transpose. Okay, you need to transpose your matrix. Those who don't know what is transpose means to just convert the rows into columns and columns into rows. Okay, so that is first of all you have to do transpose, and then you have to just do row reverse. Okay, so you have to extract each row and you have to reverse each row. Simple, and it will be and then it will look like that you have rotate the matrix 90 degrees. So elements will be like that in that structure in that format. Okay, so these are the two tasks which we have to do. So let's create the function. So let's name the function as rotate matrix, and let's give a matrix as a parameter. Then we'll take the total length of the matrix, because to use the loops, we should know at till how many times you have to go to the loops. Then we'll start a for loop for I in range, okay, till nth element. For each element we have to go. Then we'll start because it is a matrix, so obviously for transposing we have to use two nested loops. So for j in range I, okay, from I to n. So from current element to the last element, okay, and we have to transpose. So for transpose, what you can do, we have to convert rows to columns, columns to rows. So access I, matrix I and J. So matrix of I and J element, ith element and jth element, whatever the element will be, means the value will be there. Extract that, and then attracts then J and I. Then extract the element I am putting comma. Then extract the element of the matrix at jth and ith place. Okay, and then just do the swapping kind of thing. Okay, so again extract j I comma matrix of I j, simple as that. And this will transpose your matrix. Now after transposing your matrix, come out of the loop and then again start one loop. Okay, and for row in matrix, and what we have to do, we have to just do the row reverse. Okay, so row dot reverse, use the reverse method, the built-in method, and that's it. That's it. Come out of the function inside, come out of the loop inside the function, just return your matrix, and then just simply call it. Okay, so how you call it, just name it and give the matrix as the output. So what was the name? Rotate matrix. Okay, the parent pass the argument matrix. Let's see the output. Okay, so this is your output 741,852,963. So this is how you're going to get your reversed matrix. Now you are getting this way because it is a matrix, but it is inside a list, because that's why you're getting like this. Okay. So yeah, if you want, you can start a list to see it in that manner. For I in red matrix I. So then you can see your matrix and it is totally rotated 90-degree clockwise. So this is how you can rotate your matrix 90-degree. Now with this, let's move to the next problem. Okay. So the next problem will be for next problem will be for container. So your array would be, let's take, okay. So this is your going to be array, and these values are what? These values are basically, you can say the heights. Okay. So this each value is going to represent the height of a vertical line. Okay. So you need to choose two lines. Okay. Such that they form a container that is going to hold the maximum water. So that's why the problem is said container with most water. Okay. So basically you have to find two lines which is going to hold the maximum water. Okay, now I hope you have got the problem. And this is your the heights of the vertical line. So actually it should be the height. I should name it as heights. Okay, and each value is representing a vertical line. So you need to choose two lines such that they are going to form a container that is going to hold the maximum water. Okay, now this is a problem. Find the solution. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds. Okay. So guys, now let me help you out. So container with the most water, and here we have to find two lines. Okay, and we have to find that what these two lines can means out of these all the lines, what are the two lines which can hold the most water? Okay. So for that particular problem, first of all, we have to use two pointers, okay, from both the ends for sure. And then what you have to do is we have to calculate the width. Okay, that is also very important. So let's do that. Let's write the code for that. So what we'll do, first of all, we'll create the function f max area height that's equals to 0. Then what will be right? Now to calculate the width, guys, we have to uh, keep the keep the track of the indices, okay, from left and right. So that's why we will then only we can calculate the width, okay, when we select the left and the right indices. So for left, it will be 0, and for right will be, it will be the height minus 1, and the max water for storing the maximum value. So we'll have a max water to keep the track, which one is the maximum. Then what we'll do, while left is less than right, while left is less than right, what we are going to do, we'll calculate the maximum water. So we'll say minimum of height from the left and height from the right. Okay. Multiply with the width, right minus left. Okay. So right and left are the widths. Then whatever the value will come, we'll have it in the maximum, and we'll say if max water is greater, then replace with that. If the newly calculated water, if that is max, out of which one will be the max, store that in the updated max underscore water. Okay. Then we'll give one more condition that if height left is less than height right, then do what? Then do left plus equals to 1, or in the else case, give right plus equals to 1. Why we are doing this? To each time go to the next value, okay? So this condition will make sure to move the smaller pointer to try better height, okay? So that's why we are increasing the pointer of left by 1. Otherwise, if not left, then for right, we are increasing it, okay? Oh, sorry. Will decrease for right, okay? Because we have taken the last index as our right, okay? And we have considered for the left, we have considered the very first index. So that's why we'll decrement the right and we'll increment the left, okay? So to each time have the product between them, and which one is going to be the highest, which is going to be storing maximum water, that will be stored in max water, okay? So after calculating this, whatever we will get the maximum water in, okay, so we have to return it. So we'll return max water, okay, and let's call the function. Just wrote the, so 49, okay, so probably 49 is going to be between the first one and the eighth one, and the width between will be them will be, I guess total elements are 8, so width will be 7, so 8, yeah, okay. So this is how you're going to get the values. Okay. Now, with that said, we'll move to the next problem. That is problem number 86 now. So problem number 86, which is for search in a rotated sorted array. Okay, so we have to search inside the rotated sorted array. Okay, so I'll give you, so there would be one search. So I'll give you a few values. Let's say the target will be to search for 0. So what happened here is that we were having a sorted array. As you can see, 0, 1, 2, okay, 4, 5, 6, and all the elements, 7. After rotations, it's get like this. So now what you have to do, you have to search in this array for 0. And one thing, we'll try to keep our time complexity to be log n. Okay. So for that purpose, we can use binary search. So now I give you a few seconds, try it. Try to use binary search. Okay. That will be efficient here. Okay. Now, those who have started writing the problem, okay, that's fine. That's good. Those who have not, for them, now let me start writing the code for this particular problem. Okay. Search in sorted array. And I have already told you that to use a binary search here, that will be more efficient. And we'll say nums, we'll say target. These are going to be our two things, two parameters. Okay. Which I've already mentioned it for you guys. Now we have to keep track of both left and right so that we could find the middle one, middle value. Okay. So left will be obviously 0 length and the right will be the last element. So length of nums minus 1. Then we'll start a loop while left is less than equals to right. So till then the while loop will work. And here we are going to calculate the middle value. So to calculate the middle value, left plus right, left plus right, it is a division 2. This is going to give us the middle element. And from that, what we'll say, if nums middle, okay, is equals to the target, okay. So first of all, in binary search, if any one of you know about binary search, so we just know that if the middle element is the target value, then do what? Then return the middle element, okay, return the index value. Otherwise, now if it is in other half, okay, so then we'll write the code for that. So if nums left is less than equal to nums mid, so then do what? Then if nums left is less than equals to target and less than equal to nums mid, so then it will be in the right. So do what? Mid minus 1. Otherwise, in the else, do left equals to mid plus 1. Because if you're coming from the right, so minus 1. If you're going from left, so mid plus 1. Coming out of this condition, in this condition, we'll give a else case and we'll say that if nums of mid is less than target, less than equals to nums right, so in the left do mid plus 1, else do in the right mid minus 1. Okay, that's it. Come out of the condition, return minus 1. So ideally we are returning the mid here, otherwise return minus 1 if that value is not in our, if the targeted value is not our rotated array, rotated sorted array, if it is not present, so return minus 1. Okay, print search target. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 should be at 4. I've written a wrong name. 4. So yes, 0 is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth index, it gives us 4 here. Okay. So as you can see in the code, this is the standard binary search, okay, which is going to run until the search space is valid. And then we are finding the middle element. So that's for that we are doing left plus right integer division with 2 so that we can find the middle index. Then we have given a condition over here, okay, which is returning the middle index, okay. So if the middle element is the target, okay, so return the index immediately. Then after that, the main logic is that in which half the value can be. Okay. So then we are writing it the main logic. So main logic actually starts from here. As you can see, this particular code, if nums left less than equal to nums mid. So this checks for if it is in the left half, okay, if the left half is sorted, okay. So for that purpose, we are checking it. Then we have given a condition inside it that if nums left is less than equals to target, less than nums mid. So do what? In the right, mid minus one. Okay. So if the target is inside the left half, to move the search to the left side. Okay. Else, else left mid plus one. It means then if it is not, if the condition is false, then ignore the left half, go to the right. Then comes the else part. Okay. This else part is for the right half. Okay. If the right half, this means that the right half is sorted. Okay. So then there is a condition that if nums mid is less than target, less than equal to nums right, it means that if the target is in the right side, so do what? Okay. Left mid plus one, move to the right. Okay. If not, then right mid minus one, it means move to the left. Ignore right, move to the left. And if the target is not present only means if not found, so then return minus one. Okay. So in this way, you will get your index. So with this, we'll move to the next problem that will be for the Pascal triangle. So the next problem is to generate a Pascal triangle for for a given n. Okay. So n is going to be some value. In your case, guys, let's take n as 5. Okay. So what you have to do, Pascal triangle is basically each number is going to be the sum of two numbers above it. Okay. So that is a Pascal triangle. So each number, which is means going to be the sum of above two numbers. So let's say in first case, okay, if I have to show you, if it in first case, if it is going to be 1, so then in the next one it will be 1 1, then it will be 1 2 1. Okay, because 1 1 will be 2 and last one will be 1. Okay, so in this way it's going to be look like. So this is going to be a Pascal triangle. So you have to generate a Pascal triangle for n equals to 5. Okay, I'll give you a hint. You can just do what? You can just try to create a empty list, okay? And then try to calculate each row separately. Okay, so try to calculate the first row, then uh, separately you can calculate all the rows, and once you have calculated the that particular row, append it in that empty list. Okay, so in this way you can just form a Pascal triangle. Okay, so those who have started writing the code, those who have understood, it's fine. Those who have not, for them, let me also write starting the code. Okay, so what we have to do, first of all, already the value has been given for n. Okay, So let's take n as a parameter. And as I have said, we'll create an empty list. Then we'll start a loop. That loop will go till n. Then we'll calculate the first row. Now, each row will be 1. Okay. We'll start it with 1. We'll end at 1. Now, for the middle rows, for j in range, starting from 1 and going till I, for the middle rows, what you have to do, for j in range, starting from 1, going till I, row of j equals to triangle I plus 1. And we have to do the sum of above two values. Okay. So j, again, j minus 1 plus triangle I minus 1 and j. So we have to do the sum of above two values. So that's why we have written here that the row of j will be triangle I plus 1, okay, and j minus 1 plus triangle I minus 1, j. And then it will give you the sum. And whatever the sum you are getting, is do what? Triangle dot append the row, okay, in your triangle. Then just return. Okay, we have to come to the loop and then we have to return our triangle. That's it. Let's call the function. So this is your function. This is how it's going to look like. Let me just call it Pascal with n. Okay, list out of the next. Let me see if I'll make any mistake at any place. It's going from 1 to I. Row of j equals to triangle. Ah, my bad. It will be I minus 1. Okay, because it is in the above row, not in the current row. Okay, so that's why if I'll print it in a loop, then for I in. Yeah, so in this way you will get your Pascal triangle. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. So this is your Pascal triangle. Okay, and this is how it looks. Now, with that said, let's move to the next problem. That is first missing positive. First missing positive. It means, guys, that we have to find the smallest missing positive number. Okay. First missing positive means, suppose if I'll give you one nums equals to 3, 4, minus 1, 1. Okay. So this is going to be your array. And whatever the missing value, the first missing positive value is going to be, you have to find that. Okay. So now everyone, I feel from the array only you guys will guess it that what will is the missing number, but we have to find it by writing code. Okay. So we have to do that. So I'll give you a few seconds. Just think upon the logic. Those who already know it, start writing the codes. Okay. And in few seconds, I'll also start. Okay, so guys, now what we can do in this, we have to find the first missing positive. Okay, so first approach is to just create a function. Okay, so let's create a function. First missing positive. Let me provide my nums here. Okay, the first thing what we can do is we to convert our array to a set. Okay, so that there should be only unique values. No duplicate should be allowed. Then we are going to use a while loop. So that's why I need to initialize I to 1. And then I'll say while true. Okay, so while loop will be always true. So we need to give some condition to make it false. If I not in nums. So we'll just iterate over each element. Okay. And because we have make it a set, so checking will be a constant or a constant, it will take a constant time. So if I not in nums, so the I current value, which will be not present in our set, so return that number. Okay, so we will start counting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever the till the array will go. Okay, so we'll start iterating for each element. And why we have converted to set? Because if there will be any duplicate elements, we don't want that. We want only unique values. And to convert to set is there is one more thing that to check membership, it will take a constant time. Then increase I by 1 each time, increment I by 1 each time, and that's it. Okay. Uh, this is what we have to do it. And let's call the function now. So not going to write the function name because it's too big. So I'll just copy it and I'll paste it over here and provide the nums. Okay. So 2 is the missing value because 2 is not present there. Out of 1, 3, 4, 2 is not there. So because of that, and 2 is the first missing value also. So because of that, we are getting the first missing value 2. That's it. Okay. So this is how you can do that. Now, let's move to the next problem. That is for this problem is called as sort colors. Short colors. What you have to do in this, okay? Uh, The problem will actually is for sort array of 0, 1, 2 without using the sort method. That is also one important thing. So let's say I can give you a array, okay, which will be like this 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, like this, okay. And your job is now this array is of 0, 1, and 2. What your job will be when you get 0, put it in the front. When you get 1, put it in the middle. When you get 2, just like how you do sorting, simple, like that only. When you get 2, put it at the end because 2 is the higher value. 1 is the middle value, 0 is the lowest value. So according to that, you have to sort it, but without using the sort. So that is your job. So I'll give you a few seconds. Follow the approach, follow any approach, whatever approach you feel like. If the okay 87, this is going to be 88, this is 89. So with this, okay guys, now let me just okay tell you about this, what you have to do with. is you can just have 3 pointers. Okay. That is okay. I feel those who know it, you will start coding. Okay. Those who don't know, okay, let me help you guys out. So now let me just write the starting f short colors, take the parameter arms. Okay. Now what I'll do here, I'll take 3 pointers, low, mid, and high. And initially I'll give them some value, 0, 0. And for high, I'll give the maximum range at -1. Okay. Now I'll give a condition over here, not a loop to traverse over the array. And I'll say that if while mid is less than equals to high, so the loop will go till that only. Okay. Till the mid is less than or equals to the high, the loop will go till that only. That is the condition for the loop. And then I'll give one more condition that if nums mid, okay, is equals to 0. It means if we found 0, so then do what? When we found 0, so just simply we have to move 0 to the front. Okay. So what we'll do for that? So we can do swapping. Okay. We can do swapping for that. So let's say nums low, nums mid equals to nums mid, nums low. Simple as that. And then after that, after the swapping, then move forward because that index has been already checked. So then +1 on loop and plus equals to increment low and increment mid also to move forward. Okay. Elif, I'll give one more condition over here. And that condition is for if that is already in the correct place, it means if nums mid is equals to 1. Okay. So if it is already correct, my bad, I have executed this, plus equals to 1. If it is like that, if it is already in correct place, okay, so then do what? Then just increment the mid. Else, if it is if you got 2, okay, if you are getting 2, if you found 2, so then again we have what we have to do, we have to move 2 to the end. So again what we'll do swap, but this time we'll do the swap with mid and high. So here we'll find mid nums high, we'll swap with nums high. Okay, my bad, there will be nums mid. Yeah, nums mid. So nums mid, nums high, nums high, nums mid. Okay, so this will be the swapping. Move to the end, and in the high to minus decremented by 1. Okay, come out of the loop. Let's return nums. Okay, we have to come out of the loops also. Here, we'll need to now. Let's just print sort colors. Let me just provide just over here. So you will see. Okay, no. Okay, I'm sorting different list here. It will be array. Yeah, name lows is not defined. Okay, where I have used lows, it will be low. Okay, one place. Any more mistakes? No. So this way, guys, you can see we have moved 0 to the first place, 1 at the middle, and 2, which is the higher value, which is at the end. So we have easily sorted it without using the sort function. Okay, so that was our task. That was our job. That was the problem to solve it. Okay. Now, with that said, we'll move to the next problem. That will be the intersection of two arrays. Okay. So what will our job will be? Let me first write the problem and then I'll explain you. Intersection of two arrays. Here the problem is, guys, okay, this is problem number 90. Let me mention that too. Here the problem will be that we have to find the common unique elements. Okay, so let's say if we have given two arrays, let's say one is going to be A, where we have 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1. And then we can have one more array that is 2, 2. So we have to find the common unique element. Okay. So if we are using set, we have already the function with us. And if you're using set, you can convert this into sets, and then you can use the intersection function or the intersection, what you say. There is an operator also which can be used an intersection. So you can use that too. But here the approach is that you have to use loops, okay, which is the standard approach. So using loops, we have to do it. So basically, we have to create our own intersection functions, which is going to take two arrays as their input, and it's just going to give us the common unique elements. That simple job. Okay. So I'll give you a few seconds. Now this is going to be a very easy problem. So I feel that you guys can easily do it. Okay. So let's try it and let's first you guys try it and do it. If not, then I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay. With that said, let me just help you out in this particular problem. So what you have to do, first of all, just simply create the function. Okay. Name the function as intersection. Take two parameters for two arrays, num1, num2. Simple as that. Okay, they are collection of numbers. So nums1, nums2. Ideally, it should be right. Okay. Then create an empty list called as result. Then what we are going to do for num in nums1. Okay, so we'll iterate over nums1. Then we'll just give a simple connection that if that num in nums2 and not and that num is not in result, because you have to check for unique elements. No, you have to check that if it is a intersection, if it is a common element, and then we have to check for that if it is a unique element also. So then if both the conditions satisfies, if if the value is in num1 and num2 both, and if it is not in result, so then append that particular value to result. Simple as that. Come out of the loop, return result. That's it. All the function intersection, all the function intersection with A and B. That's it. And 2 is the common element. If I'll put some more values and if I have to verify, so then 2, 4, 5, these are the common elements. Okay. So you can see this way you can create your own intersection function using list. Okay. Not using sets. If you'll use it sets, then it might have happened in just 2 or 3 lines. But we have to follow a standard approach using loops. So to make our understanding more clear. Okay, so with that said, guys, okay, we'll give it a wrap for today's live session. Okay, so today we just made solid progress in our top 100 loop interview questions series. We have successfully solved problems up to question number 90. More 10 to go. Okay, only more 10 to go. So we are now very close to completing the entire series. Just a few more questions left. So make sure you stay consistent and don't miss the upcoming session. And remember, understanding comes from practice, so not just watching. So after this session, go back, pick few questions, try solving them again without looking at the solution, guys. Okay. That's how you actually build the strong problem solving skills in Python. And one more thing that, as I have been saying, once we complete all 100 interview questions, in the final live session, I'll share the complete Jupyter notebook file containing all the questions and solutions. So, and it will be completely free. So make sure you attend all the uh, live sessions, and you will attend the final live session because that's where you get the full resource. And if you find this series helping you, make sure you share this live session with your friends, especially those who are struggling with Python loops or logic building. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's it for this live session. Thank you so much for joining. And we'll see you in the next live session. Probably that's going to be our last live session. So thank you for joining. Keep practicing, keep improving, keep learning Python. I'll see you in the next live session where we will be more closer to completing all 100 questions. Okay.